I am ready, Judge.
All right. Ms. Rivers, you good to go?
Yes, I am. I'm ready.
Great. Okay. Well, let's get on the record in 25 SC 001919, State versus Walker. Ms. Walker is here in court with her lawyer, Ms. Rios. Ms. Davis is here for the state. Ms. Walker, it's my understanding that you're ready to enter a plea in your case. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What's going to happen? Have you had a plea before, or is this your first time?
What's that? This is my first time.
Okay, so what's going to happen in just a moment, Ms. Davis is going to put you under oath. And she's going to ask you a bunch of questions. They should be things you and Ms. Rios already talked about. You need to answer those questions truthfully and completely. If at any time during the conversation that the four of us are having, you've got questions, you don't understand something, or wait, that's not what I was expecting, I need you to tell me that you've got a question. Will you do that?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then let's get started.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you will give before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Please state your true, correct, and legal name.
Me, Juan Walker.
Can you spell your first name slowly and just speak up a little bit for the record?
It's MIAJUANNA.
Thank you. Are you at this time taking or under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or medicine?
No.
Is there any medication that you normally take that you have not taken today?
No.
How old are you and how far have you gone in school?
24, and I graduated high school.
Which high school did you attend?
Frederick Douglass.
Are you able to read, write, and understand the English language?
Yes.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes.
Do you understand that you're being charged with a reduced offense? Judge, we are reducing the aggravated assault to an affray, and that is OCGA 16-1132, and that would be a misdemeanor. Do you understand that you're now charged with an affray?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to plead either guilty or not guilty to these charges? And if you plead not guilty or remain silent, you may receive a jury trial.
Yes.
Have you had enough time to speak with your lawyer, Attorney Rios, about all the facts and circumstances known to you regarding the charges in this indictment, including any potential defenses?
Yes.
Do you need more time to discuss this case with your attorney?
No.
Are you satisfied with her services?
Yes.
Attorney Rios, do you waive formal reading of the indictment and any or all defects therein for the purposes of this plea?
Yes.
Ms. Walker, do you remember having been arrested on these charges?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state is unaware of any outstanding warrants related to these charges. Attorney Rios, are you aware of any outstanding warrants?
No.
Has your attorney advised you of the minimum and maximum sentence for this charge, which would be 12 months to serve, which would be the max?
Yes.
Do you understand that today you're entering a negotiated plea of guilty, which means the state will make a recommendation to the court?
Yes.
Do you understand the court is not required to accept the state's recommended sentence?
Yes.
Do you understand the court has a right to sentence you to the maximum possible sentence on this charge?
Yes.
Do you understand this plea may be used to enhance sentencing on other convictions in this jurisdiction, as well as other jurisdictions, including federal courts?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you are not a United States citizen, a guilty plea conviction will affect your immigration status and will result in deportation, just like a conviction at trial would? And that's true regardless of any advice by your attorney or anyone else.
Yes.
Do you understand there may be other adverse or unfavorable consequences as a result of this guilty plea conviction, just as there would be from a conviction following a trial?
Yes.
For example, your guilty plea may affect the right to vote, to hold public office, to serve on a jury, to obtain a passport, to receive, possess, or transport a firearm, or the ability to obtain employment.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Do you understand that you waive any and all defenses, including any mental health defenses, by entering a guilty plea?
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up the following rights: the right to a trial by jury, the right to remain silent and not incriminate yourself, the right to confront witnesses against you, the right to the assistance of counsel hired by you or to court-appointed counsel if you cannot afford an attorney at a trial of your case, the right to the presumption of innocence, the right to testify on your own behalf and to present other evidence, the right to subpoena witnesses and compel the production of evidence, the right to have the charges against you proved beyond a reasonable doubt, and the right to appeal if convicted of these charges after a trial.
Yes.
Do you understand that you may have only a limited right to appeal this guilty plea conviction?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have only 12 months from today for this misdemeanor charge to file a habeas corpus petition challenging the voluntariness of this guilty plea?
Yes.
How do you plead to the charges in indictment 25 SC 001919 to the charge of an affray?
I'm guilty.
Has anyone forced you, threatened you, or promised you anything to get you to enter this guilty plea?
No.
Is it your decision to waive these rights and enter a guilty plea because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Is this guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with the full knowledge of the charges against you?
Can you say that again?
Is this guilty plea freely and voluntarily given with the full knowledge of the charges against you?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state believes that the evidence would show at trial that on September 29, 2022, the alleged victim in this case, Ms. Stephanie Murphy, went to the defendant, Ms. Walker's place of work, USA Deli on Memorial Drive. There was, I guess, some communication on social media, which made her drive to her job. What we were able to see on the video footage, and this occurred at 1156 Memorial Drive in Fulton County, Georgia. But what we were able to see from the surveillance footage, that both parties had friends that arrived, and it was a big fight. I know the warrant does allege that there was a knife involved, but from the video footage, you can clearly see that the defendant has a phone in her hand.
A phone?
A phone. And there are multiple people involved in the altercation, and hence we don't believe that the aggravated assault charge would be sustainable. And that's why we are moving forward with a charge of an affray.
Okay. Did your office have any success almost 3 years later in reaching Ms. Murphy?
We did. So I believe Ms. Murphy and Ms. Walker's children are related. I believe they share the father of their child. And so we did speak with Ms. Walker. I actually spoke with her yesterday, and she is in line with this. She actually wanted it dismissed, but wanted to make sure that Ms. Walker at least got some anger management and was very comfortable with the sentence that we are recommending today.
Okay.
And with that, the state is recommending 12 months probation, anger management, 60 hours community service, and to have nonviolent harassing contact with the victim, because the victim did say they do need to communicate for the sake of their children.
Got it. Okay, thank you. Good morning, Ms. Jackson.
Good morning. How are you?
It's been a minute. Understand you lost a colleague, Ms. Roberts, left the office.
Yes, she did. Friday was her last day.
That's too bad. You guys have a celebration?
Yes, we did.
Good. Well, more work for you. Do you have any criminal history information for Ms. Walker?
Yes, sir. There are no prior arrests on file, Your Honor. Nothing in addition.
Got it. All right. Ms. Rios.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Walker is 24 years old. She has here her boyfriend,
There's no kids there.
the father of her children, and her two children, I believe 4 years old and
3 and 10 months.
3 and 10 months. She's currently employed at Stitch Fit. Is a warehouse through a temp agency, and we just ask you accept the plea as negotiated.
Okay. Ms. Walker, what do you do at the Stitch Fit warehouse?
I receive clothes. I mess with clothes, deal with clothes.
But like, do you put them in boxes, put them on hangers,
On
put them on
hangers.
you?
On hangers.
On hangers? Okay. And they go on a truck and go somewhere, or they go into a store?
They go on a truck.
Okay. How long have you been there?
Maybe like a month, 2 months now.
Okay. Good. How many hours a week?
40.
All right. But it's through a temp agency. Could it
Yes.
turn into a permanent thing?
Yes.
Okay, great. You've got 2 kids. They're both here. Is the father of those kids the same gentleman who's got a kid with Ms. Murphy?
Yes.
Okay, that's the guy right there.
Yes.
All right. So you and Ms. Murphy occasionally have contact because what's your kid's father's last name?
Smith.
Smith. Mr. Smith sometimes needs to be around Ms. Murphy because he has a kid with Ms. Murphy.
Yes.
Okay. Are you ever around Ms. Murphy?
No.
Okay. How would you describe your relationship these days with Ms. Murphy?
It's cordial.
It's cordial?
Yes. Like.
Okay.
Yes.
You have pleasant words. No one's throwing punches?
No, because the kids are involved.
How many kids does Ms. Murphy have with Mr. Smith?
One,
One? How old is that kid?
he just turned 3.
Oh, all right. So they could hang out together, the kid. I mean, they're
They do.
siblings.
Yeah, they be around each other.
Okay, good. All right. So you think having a condition of it's okay for you to be around Ms. Murphy is safe for you?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you get your eyes all big. It sounds like in September of 2022, it wasn't a great situation.
It was a misunderstanding then.
A misunderstanding.
Yes.
Okay.
He was in a relationship with both of us. So
That's complicated.
yeah, it was.
You guys should have been
it was
beating him up.
complicated on her end.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Well, Mr. Smith is fortunate that you guys didn't jump him. Do you have any questions about anything we discussed?
No.
Okay. Well, Ms. Walker, I find there's a factual basis for your plea. How many people were you working at USA Deli at the
Yes, I
time?
was actually finna get off work at the time when she
Okay.
came up there.
All right. And the way Ms. Davis described it, it sounds like it wasn't just you and Ms. Murphy, but there were a bunch of folks.
Yes, because she came with someone, so I called someone as well because I was finna get off work.
Okay. So the posse's got bigger.
So, yes.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again. But I do find that there's a factual basis and that your plea is knowing and voluntary. Voluntary means no one's forcing you to enter this plea.
Yes.
And knowing means you've understood all the things we talked about. You
Yes.
agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Rios, can someone in my office sign the indictment on your behalf? Ms. Davis?
Yes, Judge.
And Ms. Walker, is it okay if someone signs your name electronically to the indictment?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to follow the recommendation for the most part. You are pleading to a misdemeanor. I'm sentencing you to 12 months of probation, and you've got 3 special conditions, 2 of which you can make go away by completing them. One is complete an anger management course, 1 class, and 2 is complete 60 hours of community service. The third is no violent contact with Ms. Murphy, but that's sort of, if it was violent contact, that'd be a crime anyway. So you can be around Ms. Murphy. It may be that you had a bond that said you can't, but you can be around her now. And I will be happy to end your probation early as soon as you've completed the anger management course. So you document that and you've completed the community service. So there's an incentive to take care of that sooner. If you wait for 9 months to start doing it, that's really on you. But if you complete those 2 conditions, then you can reach out to Ms. Rios, you can reach out to me, and we can close out your probation early. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Any questions about anything we talked about?
No.
Were you supposed to be at work today?
No.
You have Tuesdays off?
Yes.
Well, that was convenient. What days do you work?
Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay. All right. What are your kids' names?
Carter and Melanie.
And the littlest one is?
Melanie.
Mulaney. All right. Well, if you don't have anything else, you're going to get probation reporting instructions either through Ms. Rios, or she may give misdemeanor probation your contact information. Could be an email, could be a phone call. Don't ignore it, because if you don't show up after they reach out to you, then they send me a warrant and we start this process all over again. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Ms. Rios, anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
That's it. Good luck with everything.
All right, let's talk about that. This hearing featured Judge Washington presiding over a plea deal with Mia Juan Walker, and I've got to say it was one of those court appearances where everyone, from the bench to the defense table, was doing their best to move things forward with clarity, patience, and even a little dry humor. Judge Washington maintained a balanced and calm demeanor throughout firm where needed, but also approachable, especially when helping Miss Walker understand each step of the plea process. You could tell the judge wasn't just rushing through a checklist. He paused, explained things thoroughly, and even circled back when Walker seemed a bit unsure. It's a great example of how courtroom efficiency and respect for the defendant can go hand in hand. Miss Walker, for her part, was composed but clearly a bit nervous. It's her first time entering a plea, after all. She answered all questions directly, occasionally needing clarification, but there was no sign of hostility or evasiveness. Her tone stayed even, and when the backstory came out, a social media squabble turned deli parking lot melee involving shared parenting ties, it was, well, complicated. You could hear the human side of it. She and the other party, Miss Murphy, share a connection through the same man, and that clearly played a role in how things unfolded. Still, Walker admitted to the affray and owned up to her part, which the court took into consideration. The attorneys kept things professional. Miss Davis for the state laid out the plea terms effectively and provided useful context like the video evidence showing a phone, not a weapon, in Miss Walker's hand during the altercation. The downgrade from aggravated assault to a misdemeanor affray made sense based on the facts. And Attorney Rios for the defense was right there the whole way, making sure her client understood everything and stepping in as needed. No theatrics from either side, just clean, competent lawyering. One of the more human moments came when the judge asked about Miss Walker's job at Stitch Fix, her 2 kids, and the co-parenting arrangement with Mr. Smith, the same gentleman tied to both her and the victim. There was even a brief chuckle when the judge quipped that if anyone should have been in trouble, it was the guy at the center of all this. Light moment, sure, but not inappropriate. It actually helped underline how easily emotions can escalate in these intertwined personal situations. Still, nobody in court today seemed interested in reigniting anything. Miss Walker and Miss Murphy reportedly now have a cordial relationship, and the sentence reflects that 12 months probation with anger management, 60 hours of community service, and a no violent contact clause that still allows for necessary co-parenting communication. All in all, the courtroom atmosphere was calm and professional, with a touch of real-world empathy. Judge Washington even dangled an early end to probation if Walker gets those conditions done quickly, a nice motivational carrot. So, no drama, no yelling, just people handling a tough but all too common situation with maturity. And really, that's what you want to see in a courtroom. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one.